Need more lighting in here. I realize it's this bad. How's everyone doing today? Let me pop open the YouTube chat, see who all we have over here thus far. Where did I put that window? I need more monitor space. There we go. Let's see. Who did we have in the YouTube chat ahead of time? Live chat. Navy Man. Terrible. Toxent. Jay. Rob. Darthon. The Lola is a good ship. It's good. Christian. Friend. Jonathan. Nobody here but us rodents, so no. Dan, how's it going? I was just recording a news video. I'll finish that up after the stream. I basically just have basically just stream announcements left. So I also need to finish recording part of the Epic Giveaway stuff. But yeah, the triple announcement today is cool. I like the thing they did for that. Let me pull that up here quick. Epic Store, where is it? Yeah, so like for the news, I mean it's stuff I think most of you know about, but they also announced on the 10 forward on Tuesday that next week they're going to have Dayton Wardon, who's done some Star Trek novels, so I'm going to include that in the video. Mention, that Nick has a stream here. Though I guess by the time I release the news video, that will have already been done, so I'll probably cut that out. I'll mention Nick's dev interview with Jeremy and Mayo. And of course, I've got the reaction in there for Mara's meta killer video. More shenanigans, I know. But yeah, I really like this thumbnail for the or the picture they did for the Tribble revival. The Tribble events, like they're going to be doing next Friday, I'll make sure to stream that, but they're pretty fun. Like, they spawn in a boatload of enemies for us to go in and fight, so bring your strongest build, which I think they said in here. Yeah, you might want to bring your best ship build. Yeah, they can get pretty crazy. How do I feel about Mara's thumbnail of me? I mean, it's fine. I mean, I knew about it ahead of time. Like, I was shown that thumbnail, the night before. Farky, thank you for the Prime sub. I'm going to have to redo all of my alerts. Because Stream Elements is apparently... It sounds like they're going bust. And, like, Stream Elements, I've used those for some of my notifications. And, like, that's stuff for ages. So them going bust is a bit unfortunate. I don't know my chat up. Where is it? There it is. Okay, perfect. SLB. I thought, I mean, it's funny. It's clickbaity. I know that, especially for the anti-meta, anti-uncon crowd, that they're not the biggest fans of me. So I mean, it is what it is. It's a good thumbnail. I don't fault Mara for doing that. I thought it was good. Nick is using Spencer AI. I made that thumbnail for Nick. I told him to send the message because he kept bringing up the orchid. And I'm just like, man, just send a message. See if you can maybe get one to promote or something. And got it really quickly. So Nick's doing a stream with it here. Nick was driving his bus, and I'm like, I'll just toss together a quick thumbnail for him. Dan, thank you for the bits. One of 5, member for 8 months. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I need to get my member list updated. Dark. Jay, you got a protostar out of a box today? Nice. Viper, how's it going? It'd be cool if they'd get Paramount to use some of Cryptic's lore for live action, which would canonize Stowe. Be cool. Let me check my reps on this character first. I don't... What's hot today? I mean, I need scramble fighters to be hotter. I got 4 of them I need to dump on the market, but the prices are just a bit too low for me, to be honest. I miss the days of like 600 mil scrambles, and now they're at like 3 to 400. Because there's an event actively going right now. Right now, I mean, we still have the promo event, you know, running. There's still promo supplies, so I mean, the same as always, like DOF packs. Michael, what is the quickest and best way to get expertise up? Not experience, but expertise. I actually ran into that issue, Michael. Do you have EC? I mean, you can always go in spam patrols, and I mean that should get you some, right? Like the patrols. It's been a while, but I'm pretty sure those give you some, don't they? Or is it just all specialization? Yeah, I mean, there's doffing in the Dyson Battle Zone, but also research assignments. You know, what research assignments I've talked about in the past is like a good way to power level. I mean, they're pretty damn cheap right now, to be honest. Um, but I legitimately was running out on this character, and I just spammed a bunch. If I go to my doffing here, in fact, I could probably show you some of the results. Assignment log. Why isn't it showing any? How dare the assignment log not work right now? But yeah, I mean, if you have extra EC, or if you open lockboxes, like you probably have some of these research assignments. Um, yeah, like if you have a ton of those, legitimately just go spam them. Like I don't remember how much XP each of them was getting, and my assignment logs here are screwing me over right now. They're not telling me the deets, but yeah, like spamming those helped me out a lot with this character. Um, yeah, and it's an XP event right now too. So I mean, if you're spamming those things, now's as good a time as any. I mean, those things are cheap, right? Like you're getting specialization points out of them. You know, you're power leveling, but those give a sizable amount of experience also. Yeah, you can see I was spamming some here. I probably should go for the accolades. Give me a nice chunk of dilithium. And by the way, if you for the accolades with like the research assignments, when you're going to claim them from the lobby store, wait for a dill event. They get a boost from the dilithium events. Enraged Postman, thank you for the 8 months. What would I want to see if we ever got T6X3? My boring answer would at this point be more console and like trait slots, because I think that's sort of like we're getting to a point where we have a really solid set of consoles, and it's hard for new stuff to come in and compete, and it's not going to get much better really if we just get one extra console. The Starship trait slot is something we desperately need more of. I've talked about hangar bays in the past, and I feel like most stow ships could handle a hangar bay. Um, like adding like another bridge officer to ships could be interesting. Let's just say like X3 just gives you gives every ship like an extra lieutenant. That could be interesting too. Think they'd ever give the ability to rank up a BOF slot? I don't know. Mine oh mine, does the mine damage scale off of you or the pets? Probably you. That trait does not do very well from what I remember though. I mean, I know some like pet mine builds tried it and got like 50k out of it, so I guess if you like specialize into it, you might be able to get something, but it's definitely not the strongest offering. Sorry, you're fine. I just started things up. Yeah, I think a hangar bay on a bunch of ships would be quite nice. At some point I think they'll probably do something to the Type 7s. I know Nick mentioned this on his interview with like Jeremy and Mayo last week, but at one point I'd mentioned strip the fall away from them. You know, strip the fall away from the Type 7s, and then there's the issue with Type 7s is they don't require build investment. If they didn't have the fall on them, that would at least require SAD, but I mean that's locked behind a pretty high paywall. So there's pros and cons to that, and that's a pretty big con with the cost. Experimental weapon on all ships, that'd be cool, to be honest. Like, imagine if we could have 2 experimental weapons on ships. Sora, thank you for the 16 months in a row. Greatly appreciate it. I mean, hangar bays were already desirable before Type 7s. I think the issue, too, of expanding hangar bays, like giving more than 2 hangar bays, one of the issues I think that they have with hangars in general is that a lot of the hangar tools that they've come out with are limited in to how many pets they can benefit. Like fleet power from the Iwani, the dilithium transporter from the Credence, those are really popular, you know, meta DPS items, but they're also really good for boosting up hangar pets. But they're limited to boosting like 10 or 12 pets. I do Type 7s in both bays. Like, I just do the Type 7s in both and call it a day, personally. I would love to see T5 boxes become, like, worthwhile for, like, trading or something. I feel like, in general, the Infinity Lockbox could benefit from, like, a Phoenix-style system where, you know, it's just you're going for the tokens, and then you get to pick what you want from the tokens. Like, I feel like that would be a smoother experience than what we have now. I mean, I can find workarounds. I'm not too worried about Stream Elements shutting down if that's what happens. It's just an inconvenience. Wish the Hydra didn't have a 2-second freeze up. Yeah, activation times, and especially ones that have an animation associated, can be a bit rough. There are secondary shields via, like there's a console off of one of the scimitars, one of the old ones, that is a secondary shield. It just, the issue for secondary shields and temporary hit points effectively is like secondary shields as well, right? I think Darthon's here, he can correct me if I'm wrong, but the big issue for those generally is just not enough resistance available for him. Like, you can get a lot of temporary hit points now. Like, I know Nick and Darthon have pushed several 100,000. Praetor, I think they said it starts, like, next week. It's just a buffer HP, yeah. But yeah, I mean, temporary hit points effectively acts like that in a way. I had someone mention the other day that they were having a hard time, like, getting Admiralty Tour of Duties done. Like, you just spam the fastest missions you see. You know, just go through, spam through the small missions, and unless you get one that's got good rewards, like this one's 1,000 dilithium, so I'm gonna make sure that's 100% there. But I'm just gonna spam through these missions and, you know, just try to get that Tour of Duty to pop up. It can take a while, but the comment was that they hadn't seen one in, like, they've been doing Admiralty for 3 months and they haven't completed a Tour of Duty yet. Like, the 10 missions is, and I had said that you could do it in 10 days. You can do it, you just got to engage with the system more. Like, you can see right there, it took me a couple missions, but I can see the Tour of Duty back in the list there. Yeah, I think the announcement said, like, we could load it and, or download it and do all that stuff starting next week, so. Okay, I need to get my daily done. Good old Crystalline. We're gonna go into the RP theme build. It can be hard if you don't have a lot of ships in your roster. Yeah, that's where if you have like a lot of low tier ships, just tossing like one at each of the the missions you're trying to get out of the way, just throwing the ships at them as like pass tokens essentially. You can do it. It just, yeah, it takes a while. Okay, I'm gonna reroll her frigates, board ships. I mean, that's I got a pretty good roll on those. Yeah, I did comment on that, Miller. How big is the chance that the test map is fixed? I just asked about that, and they're not sure right now. We'll find out next week, Bridger. It's been there's been questions about that. Don't you worry. But yeah, the secondary shields are already in the game. Like, there's a console off the scimitar, and temporary hit points effectively act as like secondary shields. So let's get combat log going. Net graph. There we go. Why is my chat window over here? There we go. Okay. Crystalline Catastrophe. Got to get my daily done. And this is also good for the Destroy Destructible Torpedoes. Bridger with the 20 gifted memberships. Bridger, thank you so much. The Arbiter Console is secondary shields too, yeah. And there's a couple traits that give secondary shields as well. Bridger, as always, man, thank you. Tuesday, 19th weekend patch, and then Friday, 22nd, it will be open. That sounds right. All the gifted. I appreciate it. Bridger, you've right there, I guess, you know, that right there funds these that I got. These just arrived earlier today. Let me go bigger on the camera so I can open one up. This camera that I'm using right now has a bit of a red hue. So if the lighting's not good in here, it just really oversaturates like red. I'm gonna get a new camera here at some point for dedicated behind my prompter, but for right now, this one's sufficient. That I did not expect to see a CD in the box, but yeah, what's in here is a little adapter. Plugs into the Wi-Fi slot, and it's a 2.5 gig on the other end. It livens up those rosy cheeks. Terrible. Let me get back to small here. Why am I still spamming my Ilios toggles? Cheops. I can't stop it. So I'm on like a pretty casual build here. This is like the ISOCON stuff, which I need to get more footage of for the build guide. But it's basically just like it's a high performance build approach that is much easier to run than the like the full on uncon stuff. And it's still like really high performance. Like you can do this, do like a theme beam build and get like 2 million deeps if you know what you're doing. The thumbnail is basically going to be like, this is the easy way to 1 million DPS. So, casual on a casual build. I'm specifically on the RP theme build. Okay, I'm going to back out of that. Gotta actually wait for its absorption phases now. The entity is no longer in its absorption phase. Final absorption. Yeah. I want to get ISOCON set up over on the friendship. I forget who sent me the friendship last year over there, but that's something I'm working on. A little bit of lag right there. There we go. ISC is a lot of practice. You know, there's other factors too to consider. Like there is definitely the endeavors are certainly something. I meant like an extra slot for shields for tank ships. I mean, that I get what you're saying, Miller. Yeah, that could be cool. I think another slot on ships would be another way for them to diversify things in the future. I just don't know what to necessarily say right now is for what to do there. I think last year I had mentioned like a slot that would associate to the specialization on your ship. I don't remember. I talked about some concepts like that last year, but I don't really remember it all. By the way, guys, I know that Commander Inge hasn't been getting much love in the past couple of years, but Launch Federation mission scout ships are really, really good. Ethan, thank you for the sub. Greatly appreciate it. Dark Eddie, how's it going? Samuel, yeah. Lagging as usual. Okay, so yeah, let me open up the thingy that I got here in the mail. So I got 3 of these in just earlier today. This is for like some of the home lab stuff. Came with one of these historical artifacts. The scout ships got buffed up. They're legitimately good now. It's legitimately like probably the best non-reverse shield polarity commander ability. Like they're actually really good now. They got buffed up a while back. But yeah, it came with one of these historical artifacts. At least it wasn't a floppy. Historical would be a driver on tape. I don't have any VHS in here. I might have a VHS in the garage. And Astoria, using the Noble console continuity and haven't died. I don't know if it's working as intended or not, but that's been there since release. I know that Mayo clipped that interaction on my stream when I showed it, but I haven't heard anything else. Yeah, so I got 3 of these in the mail. I got 3 of these 3 Lenovo mini PCs a while back, and basically this will plug into the Wi-Fi port in there, and then this will give me 2.5 gig on each of them compared to just 1 gig. How do you read that weird desk? I have a Blu-ray ripper right on my desk. I am on Twitch right now. Old Man Room. I'm on YouTube, Twitch. I'm on all the normal stuff. I actually should also be on Shorts. I am trying that today. Oh boy. Looks like it's a bit funky looking. Yeah, I'm on YouTube Shorts as well right now because YouTube has it automated now. Jay, thank you for the $5 super chat. If you could fly any ship and still be an elitist DPSer, what ship would I fly? I really like the Delkina. The Delkina was a big one for me, but I mean the Scimitar was like my ship for such a long time. The Scimitar, the Valdor. Like there's a lot of ships I had a lot of fun with back in the day. He's got so much RAM in Brown Noctua, he's scalping. There's no way he has a floppy. I mean, I might not have a floppy. Hold on. I just gotta move stuff on the desk here. As I'm dropping everything. I need to clean this desk off pretty bad. But yeah, I got one of these. One of these nice external setups for ripping any disc that I want, basically. I don't have a floppy drive, but I got one of these Mercury Pros, and I forget what model of LG Blu-ray drives this is, but whatever I want on my my personal media server, I will get it. Yeah, Scimitar is still good. I would like I will say the Scimitar stats are not exactly what I want when it comes to its BOF layout, but it can still be a very capable platform. Um, I JLix, I wouldn't know anything about ISO Linux ISO hoarding. I would know nothing. Scimitar is so damn slow, yeah. I mean, but the Delkino was like a really big ship for me for a while. The Valdor, the Mogai, I just wasn't personally satisfied with the layout on the legendary. Like there's just a few minor issues I remember having with it. Like I know a lot of people like it. A lot of people do really good with it, but I just there's a few things where it's like if I could change this and this. Linux Mint and Zorin OS. Oh no. I know Dark Eddy's been playing with one of the BC 250s, but I was thinking about picking up one as well just to because the BC 250 I'm gonna pull these up on eBay here. Hold on. 250. It'd be interesting to do like just to showcase content wise what this can do for Stowe, like how well this could run Stowe, because this is the BC 250 is basically a mining card that is like the PS5 APU. So it's like the place it's like a base PlayStation 5. It'd be interesting to see what that would do, like how well that would run like Stowe. Just like I'd seen these a while back, but Dark Eddy was playing with one recently. It's like, man, especially the prices on them aren't terrible. Like for you can get the full kit for what, like 200, 250. Like in that might be like an interesting, this is like a budget option to play Stowe. Dark Eddy, I I don't have any issue with regards to getting cooling for something. But my thought with this too is like how well does this run Stowe versus the PS5 version? Like we know the PS5 version or that the PS5 should be able to run Stowe much better than it does. Um like there's no reason for well there are reasons for why they haven't done that work, but like hardware wise, there's no reason that the PS5 couldn't, run the game at a much higher res and all that than it currently does. What do I think about them releasing a platinum level ship above legendary? I don't think we would ever see something like that. Because legendary as is doesn't even necessarily mean better. It just is basically like a way for them to modernize older ships that have multiple versions and give them updated stats. Like that's basically what legendary has done, and they're also coming in at a higher price point because they have all the accessories, skins, and everything up to that point. Um, yeah, like I don't know. Fred, Casual Friday with CasualSAB. What's up? Yeah, today just dailies, just really chill stuff, and then tomorrow we got the Stow on Linux. Yeah, ceaseless because the cross faction stuff doesn't have as much presence nowadays. Those old cross faction boxes, the prices on those have really shot up. Uh, Nick doesn't. Nick has a few computers, but he doesn't like build them. I'm gonna be doing some like Stow on Linux stuff here tomorrow. I know Stow works perfectly fine on Linux, but it's more of just going in and showing people, um, how it does, just how it runs compared to Windows. I mean, it's going to be fine. Um, I don't know, Michael. Obviously on SteamOS, on my Steam Deck, I'll just go in desktop mode and just launch it through Steam like normal, and it'll literally start up perfectly fine. Um, for Cache, I haven't decided yet. I mean, CasualSAB is what I've been using on my secondary workstation. It's what I've got on this mini PC right now. Sora, thank you. It's more just to bring awareness to the fact that it works. Like, we know that it works, right? Like, we know that people have been running Stow on Linux for a while. I mean, there's people playing Stow, the PC version, like on emulators over on Android tablets now. Yeah. Okay, good. So that makes it even easier. Nice, Mara. I have no plans to use a controller for any of the stuff tomorrow. My plan is keyboard and mouse. I I think the PC version of Stow is best played with a proper keyboard, proper mouse. I think that's the way to go. That is Fluffle Sortable Filterable Ship List. I have a video going over that, Everwind, up on the YouTube channel. Like if you just look under my channel, like sortable, filterable thing, it's there. Did I ever pick up the Epic giveaway reward? Yeah, I did the other day. i7 NVIDIA. Oof. That's a good point, Mark the Chief. I did just show an 80% keyboard and an expensive 80%. This is the Hex 80 from ATK and QWERTY Keys. I bought this with my own money last year. It's a premium like Hall effect board. I got it, and then I really can't say I was that impressed with the Hall effect, but I have another Hall effect board coming in here in the next couple days that I'll be doing a video on, so we'll see if that gives me a better experience. Also, speaking of full-size keyboards, let me go grab something. Product update. I don't think Rappo seemed to have not been too impressed with my last couple of videos with them anyway, so I don't know how much more I'll be doing with them. I haven't heard anything from them since the keyboard video. At one point they sent me another person's YouTube video, and basically they were like, if you could do more towards this format, that's what they would like. And it's like, I if I'm gonna look at things, I'm gonna look at it in my way. I'm not gonna adjust to try and copy someone else there. But the Rappo keyboard that I took a look at, me had some issues. I'm gonna pop the top off here. It's just plastic clips, but the as I proceed to then drop parts of it, the USB port back here, I've got it pulled off right now, but the USB-C connector broke off the board. So that's really unfortunate. So I'm gonna have to try and solder that back on, but yeah, I mean, to be fair, it was dropped a couple times, but yeah. This is the fan you got. Okay, I'm gonna look here. eBay. Yeah, I'm not worried about like getting cooling for um the BC 250 if I get one. Like, I'm not too worried about that. I raged and hit the keyboard. Like, my main keyboard is probably gonna be dusty looking. This is my main keyboard. This is a QK100 from QWERTY Keys. This weighs a lot. This is like full aluminum. Like, this is a premium, nice fancy keyboard. If I hit this, I'd break my hand. Like, it's just solid metal. So that's I did not, I don't rage like that. That's never the way I've been with stuff. Did I cover the news that Stowe is planning to bring back the Tribble test server? Um, I have a news video like in progress. I was working on it right before this stream, and I'll finish it up after the stream. But I do have coverage of the Tribble stuff over in that. If I can get DaVinci to open, I will show that. But DaVinci's been acting up for me today. Hold on, I gotta go black screen for a moment to get this open. End task. Let's restart that. There's things I can't show on my GIMP or DaVinci today, so I got a black screen while I get these open to the correct things. What do I think about Thomas wanting to make Stowe more like a Bethesda game with more points of interest and things to do in sector space? I think that's good. There definitely needs to be more things to do in sector space. I think Stowe needs more things to do in general. I had an interesting experience yesterday. The niece was in here, and she got very excited when she learned that you can run around as a cat. Okay, I can go back to display capture on. But yeah, I've got the Tribble stuff. But yeah, Willow was in here, my niece, and she learned that you can run around in Stowe as a cat, and she got very, very excited. In fact, I got her to record a snippet saying she wants the cat to be a toggle that can always be on. But yeah, you guys won't be able to hear this. I'm gonna nuke the audio. But yeah, I do have it in the news video. The Tribble stuff. Look, I even have some footage of one of the last Tribble events that they did. So you could see some space stuff there where there's a bunch of board askews. Like, imagine a nice grav well there, just nukes it, and then on ground, like there's a dino. Like, that's the sort of stuff they're gonna be doing next week. That net graph, yeah. Yeah, that net graph was a bit rough, wasn't it? Dark Eddy, terrible. STO is buggy enough, doesn't need more Bethesda. Picard, how's it going? Dino in space or unsub. Jellyfish carrier could be a thing. Is there something? There's not really another option like Ilios, to be honest. Thankfully, I mean, it's going to cost money, but Ilios should be in MUDs sometime in the not too distant future. Like, I don't have an exact time frame, but like that's probably going to be like the next. Like, to me, it would make sense for that to be in the next MUDs update. Sora sent a gift. Let me take a look here. We got some master keys. Let me go over to Epic, create a code CasualSAB, and pop those open. I'm trying to get some ship boxes ready for upcoming things, so Captain Container, thank you for the 12 ice cream fund for the niece from a fellow proud uncle. She her birthday was this Tuesday. She did get, she wanted, looks like slop from Walmart, but it was some like rainbow sprinkle unicorn thing that they had. Is 25% the best master key discount for sales? That's like the flash sale price point. Yeah, that's generally the best we see. Yeah, Willow's 5. We got her set up for play therapy next week. Yeah. She's also excited. I picked her up Bluey for the Nintendo Switch that she got. So got her the Bluey video game. I also got her this she's been, really into the K-pop Demon Hunter stuff, so got her some doll off AliExpress, and within 3 minutes, like I shouldn't have went through AliExpress for it, okay? That was a mistake. But within 3 minutes of getting it, she broke the leg off and she was crying. I was like, I've made a terrible mistake. A terrible, terrible mistake. There's things to order from AliExpress, and kids' toys ain't it. But AliExpress has been great for me for like the filament and some like electronic stuff. But yeah, that was a mistake. Okay, Sora, let's see. How lucky do I get today? Big money, big money. We're going to swap instances here. And number 4, let's go 5. Map transfer failed? No. Ah. I got another research assignment though, some more Lobby. It's always good. Sora, thank you for that. When my wife annoys me enough, I'm gonna order her medication off. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I've heard some of those songs a few too many times. I also I know people are curious about like event campaign recommendations. I've effectively already done videos for that this year because my video from last year still holds a lot of relevance, and then I did a video beginning of this year, or like right as we were heading into 2026 of the best ships from last year. Um, but with Obina now being changed, like I will get my event campaign recommendations out, but with the triple timing, that's also going to be great to be able to include that again for PC players, because you're going to be able to copy your event campaign box as many, over as many times as you want to test out all the options yourself. Personally, I have now completed the event campaign. I got my box yesterday, I think it was. Yeah, yesterday or the day before. So I've got my event campaign box. They did update it. All of the ships from last year are in there. But I am not going to use this until we know what the next Muds bundle has. Ralph, how's it going? Hope you've been doing fine. What would be better in the rear weapon slot, the plasmatic bio turret or Tetron? You should do the plasmatic aft, and then you should probably just drop that DHC ultimate. Yeah, you've got the plasma covered by the turret, so. Obina has been slotted into all of your daily driver builds. Yeah, the Obina console, I've talked about this, but it is very much meta. It is a meta console. And even like on a passive build, it's a really powerful console that you can spam bar. So even if you're like not an Uncommon fan, you can slot this right onto your build and get a bit from it. Will the box have the odd thought? Yeah, I can show you. I've got it right here. Yeah, so Ethereum Salvation, Omega, Trafalgar, Breen Odd Thought, Permillion, Echelon, Packlid, Kith, the Cathsar. It's there. Yeah, and like the Obina console is a massive amount of resistance. It scales up to 630. Okay. I've been talking about the passive build a little bit on and off. Not passive, but the ISOCon. But let's get some more ISOCon stuff going. So I'm in the ISOCon Audi. This is like a more casual build. It's a really great build approach for the vast majority of players, and I'm going to be taking it into public queue of infected. Let's just start off with that. Nice, Cypher. Yeah, that's going to be really great. Being able to copy over your, like, I'd recommend for any of you, if you have your event campaign box, just wait till you can copy it over to Tribble. You know, copy it over there, get the things you're thinking about over there, and then you can, you know, figure out what you actually want to go with on live. Is it just personal choice between Guardian Console and Adaptive? You run both. I mean, you can sacrifice an isomag or two still. NeoJet, how's it going? Like, oh, I guess I don't have Guardian on here. So yeah, I guess it's your choice. You can still run the Guardian if you want. Is shared torpedo cooldown reduction still valuable if I only slot one torp? I wouldn't bother with it with just one torp now. Kith reminds you of Homeworld? Aaron, does anyone know if they know that I haven't heard about any bugs with that, so I'd say to report it in the bugs and issues section of the Stowe Discord. Tholi and Jorgomo, that's Infinity Lockbox, so you might find someone selling a box, you know, on the exchange. Damn it, I'm doing it again. Yeah, you might find someone selling them on the exchange. You might find, like, someone just selling a T6 box. Like, you've got a few different options there. But, I mean, they're all going to be expensive. Look, Cheops. It's not really news that I'm a bit of a bot, okay? And of course, fire it will misfire. The server performance, like, as soon as I go in with other players, is abysmal. Like, I primarily do solo content nowadays, and, like, every time I try to do team-based content, like, it just sucks so much. Like, look at how, like... Fire will misfire it again. Like, this is just garbage performance. Yeah, I finally got fire at will. My fire will misfire again. I wish. I don't know how that was still a million. Like, that was legitimately like a garbage run performance-wise, but it still did well somehow.
Sensors confirm that the transwarp
that run did not spark joy. No, it did not.
However,
No, it did not.
The starbase are still being disrupted.
Like, that was just pain. I want to see fire will uptime. That's just... So missing the start, missing middle, missing there. Zora, you got 160 almost off the agony. Let me reset this here. Yeah, I mean, look at you had more non-CSV attacks than CSV. That's a bit rough, or at least for uptime. Like it's just rough. It's just the servers suck right now. Okay, let's a do build without firing modes, just default attacks. Oof. Yeah, that that right there is always rough to see. Like you actually have, yeah, higher DPS with your non. Is the misfire issue something that will be fixed if they ever improve the servers? I mean that's part of it, but um, part of the issue is too is just like having very developed accounts and characters in the same run. That leads to bad things. Like the more ships you have on your roster, the more stuff you have on your character, the more everything you have, like the worse you're boggling down the server. Is Twinkling Lights one of the best? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Cheops, you know what? Let's go for it. Hive Onslaught Elite, public queue, Cheops, get in there, bud. Get in there. Get in there. I want Cheops in here. You're not logged in? So delete Spencer's account to fix the servers. Logical. That's heresy. Yeah, I blame Triz. Exactly. Like, don't blame me. It's all on Trizander. You know how much crap that guy is laying around? It's crazy. I always blame Triz. It's always his fault. Oh, I've got my endeavor done. Perk. I mean, I'm just gonna go armor pen ground to be honest. Triz has the inventory the size of the cargo of an NJ. Yeah. Does I believe you can look at the icon like when you click on the thing that you've summoned in, you can see their buff bar and you can see if they're benefiting from it or not. I believe that there are some that can benefit from those. Like a carrier player can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I've seen some summoned entities before get those perks. You are predicting some temporal anomalies. I agree with you. Boxes and boxes. No.
I am the collector.
They're pretty good. That infected was terrible. Now this run's like going really well. The RNG.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will.
I'm not flanking her. Now I am. There we go. I I detect that there was more than one fleet power network array on me. That was buttery smooth. Look at those big, beautiful numbers. Darthon, I appreciate what you do. Check my Hellbore Light in CLA. It's going to be a crazy number, I know. Over here, CLA. What the hell's going on with this? There we go. That make you feel good there, Cheops? Hellbore Light Drain, 606,000 DPS. Hellbore Light Ignition, 134.4. Banned Hellbore. I mean, we know the Hellbore is good for for Hive. Hellbore is like where Hive is Hive is where Hellbore is able to shine the most. The best. Darthon, beautiful. Yeah, Radiant did pretty good for a rep trade, especially. I mean, that was a big, beautiful run right there. Broadside beam support. Full broadside. Almost, I mean, look at that. That's over 900k DPS from the Kerala trait and console in that run. Beautiful. I would do Fire at Will. You can get Fire at Will extenders in the Zen store. Darthon, thank you for that. The big beautiful run right there. I wish I'd been recording that. I guess I'll have to try and pull the stream VOD later. Beautiful. It's crazy how the infected was just a complete mess, and then the Hive is the one that ends up being fine. Look at Dark Yeti there. Darthon's at the top of the support game right now. It's beautiful. Indeed. Who needs 2 Type 7s? Brewster, yeah. Running Delkina with Spiral Wave beams. Spiral Wave is good. Spiral Wave is like the best disruptors. Yeah, you want me to do Vortex next? Kittimer Vortex, I find that has like the worst performance. So Kittimer Space Elite for those that want to join. We're just doing it random. We're just doing it in the public queue.
There are 2 active Borg transport
Here we go.
conduits in this system. along with a stable spatial rift, which is emitting chronoton particles.
I started to do it again. It's a problem. I can't stop myself from botting out and trying to hit this stuff. Everwind? Glad you made it in. You can see the net graph at the bottom right. It was already a bit worse than before. Yeah, Cheops, I really do have a problem. Basically, every multiplayer game, I develop habits, and that's why people, joke about me being a bot. Is I will find those patterns, I'll get used to them, and then I just never want to drop them. This is horrible. Like, this server performance in here is garbage.
Four drones are headed for the time vortex. Stop them.
I thought I was toggled off that, but apparently not. I also thought I hit my fleet power, but apparently not. Death boy. Yeah, you can see the lag bottom right. Fire, will misfire. This TFO seems to get it really bad though with regards to performance. Like this one I've noticed specifically just seems to be having issues much more. Oh no, we almost are failing. Fire, will misfire it again. Yeah, we're doing this as the no firing mode run, it seems. Yeah, I think this is consistently like one of the worst Borg TFOs for me. (2026) no firing mode meta.
We're picking up some strength. I know.
What would be the best to get out of the Obina or the Excelsior 2? I mean, I find more use, like, more practical use from the Obina console, but the Excelsior's console, the Excelsior 2, I mean, that's, pretty immersive for phaser. If you're on PC, remember we're getting triple back next week, so you could copy the box over and decide, go and test both out and see what you like more. This is like that graph. I'll try to get it somewhere where you can see it with a bit better contrast, but this looks wonderful. Yeah, exactly. This is the type of performance where it's like there would be days where I would probably cut the stream off early, but I'm gonna keep going until Nick goes at 3:30, so that's another 85 minutes. But yeah, the servers right now is just not. It's not a good day to play.
Destroyed, but sensors detected several escape pods entering the vortex. The scimitar has been.
Yeah. Not even when doing solos, I wonder. I don't know how many like instances of Kittimer that they allow to run on the same core thread, whatever, on the servers, but I suspect that Kittimer and Hive didn't get the same treatment as Infected whenever they made changes last year. And you definitely feel it a bit more in Kittimer. I think that there's more going on in Kittimer behind the scenes that just adds on to the situation just to make the performance even worse. Yeah. Well, most people aren't coming back to that. Then most people coming back to the game are not going to be doing Elite. Trouble, how's it going? Bucket list has been completed. I got to play with CasualSAB. So I'm thinking for the challenge tomorrow. My objective is, I think, just to keep this, you know, the stream I'm doing tomorrow for Linux, just to keep things within a reasonable time frame. Basically go in, you know, just see how difficult it is to get Stow started up. See how difficult it is to get like a parser installed. Might do that. I don't know on that one, but I know Oscar and all those CLA have easy ways to get installed on Linux now, so maybe do that and just go in, do like some runs. Just the challenges, like complete a solo, like go in, get Stow set up, load my keybinds would be another good one, right? Load my keybinds and just do a run. Just do like a solo run or something. Yeah, that's a good point. Enraged, that is also a very, very good point. That's true. The keybinds are stored on the tune, so they are cross-device. Good points. I don't even have to worry about the keybinds. Geist, any speculations on what they might be adding to fleets? We'll find out. Yacht or something else for Zoe. Dan, I mean, keep the box, and next week you'll be able to copy it over to Tribble. Everwind, we all did bad. Like, we all did horrible there because the servers were not good. I've done speculation and like some, you know, some desires on prior videos, like yeah, alternate versions of existing ships has popped up in conversations. You know, some more bridge officers. Like I've talked about multiple times that we need Riemann bridge officers for all factions. Like Romulans should not be the only faction that can like max out the cloaking mechanics. 9 minutes till ISC is up again. Terrible. Gotta check the market. How are the T6 ships going today? Kawavi 150. Oof. Lobi ships. The Lobi ships really suck price wise. It's a buyer's market. There's so much supply of Lobi because of the event campaign that Lobi ships have tanked hard value wise. I'd love to see some. It doesn't even have to be new additions to Lobi, but like some of the less desirable older like promo lockbox ships moved over to Lobi would be cool. And there's like some bundles that they put into Lobi over the years that were like limited time. Just bring them back. Like put the Zentar back in there. Put the Keldon one. Like just put it back in there. Like people want the plain and simple bundle to get the Garrick Bridge Officer from that. Carrier buffs, Border Duty Officer and Fleet. It's terrible. I just want to see prices on the market. Echelons are quite cheap, of course. Echelons, there's so much of those still flying around. Krenum Imperium warship's a bit cheaper than normal. That's weird. Kethsar is still cheap. Ariori. The Ariori is like actually like a really strong ship. It's AmeriCorker Intel, which is like top tier for do. But there's already so many ships with that combo out there. What is the fastest Dillor farm? Admiralty on a bunch of characters, Contraband on a bunch of characters. Basically, just take a simple task that you can do very quickly and then do it on a bunch of characters. The mistake a lot of people, especially newer players, will make is that they're trying to do everything on one character, and then you're bottlenecking yourself really hard, because one character can only do 8,000 dilithium a day. Well, potentially up to 9 with other methods, but we'll just simplify it and say 8,000 dil a day. Now you've got what, like 10 character slots by default, so multiply that by 10. You work on 10 different characters. Now you have the potential to do 80,000 a day. You don't understand Contraband? So Contraband is a thing that you can buy off the exchange. You can also do DOF missions to farm it. You can see Contrabands at like 30,500 EC per unit. So you need 5 Contraband, which is like 150,000 EC. And then you're going to go to a security officer, and every 20 hours you can convert the 5 Contraband over to 2,000 dilithium. So right there, just doing that one DOF mission, feeding your characters with Contraband and then doing that one DOF mission to convert or to turn over the Contraband, just doing that one thing each day, that's 2,000 dilithium per character. So like right there, if I was to go through and do that on 50 characters, just that one DOF mission after feeding getting like a stack of Contraband on each character, like that right there with 50 characters would be 100,000 dilithium a day, refined. Like you can get a quarter of your dilithium done each day just off that DOF mission. You have to get the Contraband, you got to feed that to your characters, but yeah, I mean, you do that. People do that plus Admiralty, like just spamming like Klingon or Ferengi Admiralty, and you can get a nice chunk of dilithium doing that. Like there are legitimately people that, they'll spend an hour or two each day, just going through doing Contraband Admiralty on all their characters, and they're refining several 100,000 dilithium a day. It takes a bit of time, but some people have that time availability and it works out for them. Well, I've got room to open some DOF packs here, don't I? Hostile Acquisition or Approaching Agony, which is better? They're both like budget consoles. It's been a while since I've used either. It's not Admiralty, it's called doing paperwork. Terrible. Is Triz here? That's like a very Triz comment. I feel, Dark Eddie, you've been watching too much Trizander. Everwind, thanks for joining. Look at this. Look at all this dilithium I'm getting here. I just have my filter set to show only my tier 6 ships. I mean, if you're a newer player or you don't have all the ships, it's going to be a bit harder to do Admiralty, but just spam all the missions and the rewards add up, especially like if you're able to rotate through all your characters like 2 or 3 times a day, like with Admiralty, you can get a lot. Like I know some people who will go in, they'll do this in the morning before they go to work, and then when they get back home, they'll do it again when they're hopping back onto the game, and then before they go to bed, they might do it one more time. Just doing that. I mean, sure, it takes a little bit of time. You can watch a YouTube video or something on the side, but you do that, and you can farm up the resources. Lucky Vein is also equivalent to 1 Elite TFO. Yeah, people that do Admiralty to farm resources will buy up lots of those older ships. Speaking of which, I have 2 more coupons to use today. Rachel, how's it going? I got my event campaign, so I can use my coupons, and I don't need to save those for anything. Like, it's just burn those on some older ships, basically. So let me put those into my account bank and use them somewhere. Daniel, how's it going? During the bonus event, with enough characters, you can make 1 million plus a round from Admiralty. I gotta be careful, like, giving that as, like, a recommendation, though, in some content. Like, I gotta make sure to, if I ever talk about that stuff, to include disclaimers, because, like, Admiralty, as potent, as effective as it can be, like, you have to have, like, that large stockpile of ships in order to make it work, right? So, that's something to keep in mind. What ship am I going to choose? Well, at this point, Darthon, if there's any new Zen Store ships, which we know that there's the Calvin bundle, right? Like, any new Zen Store ships, I'm just going to buy the bundle. Like, it economically, it makes sense for me in my position as a content creator to just buy the bundle. Whether or not it's good or bad, like, my conversion rate on, like, what I spend to buy those versus what I get out of the content from them, like, it's no question. Even if it's not good, it's worth it for me. So, like, it's really, for me, with a situation like this, it's like, what old ships am I going to pick here? Let me find a random character. Let's go. This character needs a name change, because Fire Will has been made very great again. Does it have the Talaru? The T6 choice pack from the event? Yeah, it does. What do I think of a change to exceed rated limits that increase proc chance for energy weapon bonuses and targets one other enemy per cycle for a discount fall beam build? I think.
Go to a park.
Hold on a second, guys.
Can I go to a park?
Someone really wants to go to a park. I don't know why she's asking me. Let's go back to stream mode. Oh no, she wouldn't be going by herself. Oh, the Kelvin, we don't know what all is in it yet, but Willow, yeah, Willow wants to go to the park. Other, oh no, that ain't gonna happen. Niece just finished playing the exchange and came for further instructions. She was playing the exchange and the Bluey game. But the Talaru's already in a Muds bundle. There's a Kelvin Muds bundle, so I don't think that they would put it in a new bundle to, steal away from the attention that bundle gets. Like the Kelvin Into Darkness and Beyond bundle, like that's one of the higher value bundles in the game, for Muds bundles. So I don't see them taking away from that. Wow, what the hell is going on here? So is everything okay? I'm going in a straight line. Hands are off. You can see some jitters. Is it stopped? This ain't me. That was a brave stream yesterday. I respect that. The profits are having a laugh. Yeah, I got some feedback, like mixed feedback. I got some people saying they liked the stream yesterday, and then there were other people not happy with me. I had some complaints about that stream being quite negative and off-putting to like newer players that would come across it. Triz opened his inventory, something. I'm going to turn back around. I'm going to try to at least. New ship trait Moonwalker, yeah. No, it's the stream yesterday. I'm like, I mean, that's been like a serious issue for me, like of like running into realizing what I'd hyped up, like the crate build is the most powerful build you can do right now, but it's also people going into it need to be aware of the intricacies of it, aware of the downsides, aware of what is needed to actually get that performance. And I think it's also important at the same time to give people an alternative that is more reasonable, more accessible. I mean, it's the most powerful build, not even just for ISE, for like clearing a lot of elite content. That, I mean, for Hive, Kittimer, like that just powers through things. But it is very, there's a lot of skill, a lot of practice that goes into any of the DPS stuff, and with Crate, with the amount of stuff that you are managing, it adds a lot of extra layers of complexity. Update trying to happen? I don't know. Sora, thank you. Some builds and even just some ships aren't easy to use, yeah. The good thing is I got a nice delivery. Got a bunch of tea from Sam's earlier. Zero sugar green tea. May have gotten a few cases of it. I feel bad for whoever they had deliver all the cases.
You're a winner.
Yeah. I think getting some of the like the top tier builders together would be beneficial. On the YouTube front, you know, for like active creators that do like, you know, the high end like theory crafting stuff, that's going to be Nick, myself, Mara. Um, but getting like the Stow Better people in, doing like some more roundtable discussions like that, I think would be good. Definitely, we know that there's a need for like some more podcast style material. We've talked about like more captain's table episodes, stuff like that. That graph has calmed down on ground, yeah. That was pretty wild in space there, I won't lie. Oh boy. Oof, look at all this space for DOFs. Sora, I appreciate the DOF packs. There's a purple crit chance EWO right there for KDF. Thank you, thank you. The Gamma, not as lucky with the Gamma, but that purple crit chance stuff alone, that makes up for it. Thank you for that. My market manipulation caused the turbulence. Oh, did I not fully respond to that before? Oh, yeah, Willow came in before, didn't she? Yeah, I think exceed rated limits right now. I mean, my honest, I have to be clear about this. You can make reroute reserves to weapons and exceed rated limits, do a ton of damage. Stow Better has shown like really high numbers, high performance, more than is needed for any content in the game with those sorts of builds. But I do think personally, I think that the current implementation of them is rather lackluster. Just to be blunt, I think they suck. But you can still make them do really well. But I do think that they could use a bit of a rework to make them a bit better. They're completely viable, to be clear. I really got to be clear about that. Everything is viable right now. But they definitely, they feel, to me, they feel bad. Every time I've tried reroute reserves or exceed rated limits, it just feels so bad. But if you like them, go for it. I think that they would work better as firing mode enhancers, like and I believe that's how they originally were. Like when they were testing out reroute, I'm pretty sure that's how it was like reroute was something you could use alongside your firing mode. But then surgical strikes came along and like just, you know, everyone loves surgical strikes. But the other specialization firing modes are they're something, all right. They are abilities that exist in Star Trek Online. They exist. Exactly. Okay, so I've got 2 coupons to use from my event campaign. I have every Zen Store ship that I'd want. In fact, I used my coupons last year just to clear out the rest of the Jem'Hadar ships I didn't already own. So let me set the filter to not purchased. That's whale tier status right there, I'm aware. But let's see. The issue for some of these is that I have the versions for the other factions. Like, I also have the legendary for some of these, so there's not, you know, a point. Like, I've got the legendary version of the Sovereign, and we've got the Noble now, so that doesn't matter. The Tellarite, I've got the Suliban Silic, which is the best of those versions. Yeah. Well, the thing is, Fire at Will, they did react to the Fire at Will issues by giving Fire at Will a 15-second cooldown. So you can do ETM, you can do
Round and round.
redirecting arrays. Like, those are both viable. Like, you can get 100% uptime with either of those options, and those are in the Zen store. Like, redirecting arrays, especially like on a tank build, like, that's gonna be about perfect for you if you're actually pulling enough threat. There's no point to me storing the coupons, because any new Zen store ships, I'm gonna get. So, like, I may as well burn them for, like, Admiralty cards or something. To be honest, looking at the KDF ship, nothing here really appeals to me. Like, sure, the Colossus, like, at least different visually, but the stats on it are lackluster. Like, everything here I own is the issue. I guess I want to show more support to the Romulan faction. You know, I want more Romulan ships in the game, so I need to do my part
So, do you
and buy more Romulan ships. Unlock the stingers from the Siege Destroyer? Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I said I like the visuals of it, but yeah, we'll do that, and then I'll do one Romulan.
You're a winner.
Gallus, yeah. I think I thought I had one of them. Apparently not.
Don't worry, the table isn't rigged anymore.
Core Advance, the original flagship that got outshined by a scimitar, yeah. This was meant to be like the Romulan flagship there for a while, wasn't it? But yeah, the scimitar just blew completely past it. Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me see the ring camera. Willow is going to the park. And she will be very, very happy. Justice for Kara, yeah. I don't know. Kara isn't a pretty ship, no. No, it's not. Get the most ingiest in-ship you can find? Oh, no. Okay, Kara's getting a lot of discussion. There we go. So yeah, I've purchased it. Cryptic, we need another now.
Makes the universe go round.
I purchased one Fed ship, or one KDF, one Romulan. I'm supporting the non-Fed factions. Because I want more non-Fed ships. I would love another. I know we had you know, some non-Fed ships last year in the Last Stand bundle, but I would love to see another Zen Store bundle that is just entirely non-Fed ships. I know that they generally put a Fed ship in just to make sure that there's something there to entice people, but like a collection of really popular, desired non-Fed ships, I think would be cool. The fact that someone named a child Willow warms my heart. Unfortunately, the person that named Willow is a spawn of Satan. But I don't have any further contact with that individual. A non-fed bundle won't happen under Marone, I know. There will be at least one fed ship, I know. If that's what it takes, then so be it. Just get us some more non-fed ships. If you gotta put a fed one in, fine. For real, Romulans need way, way more love. Absolutely. What do I even have in this fleet? I have a couple different bank fleets, and I sometimes forget what I actually have in them. A lot of coalition, or no, these are self-modulating shots for ground. What are these weapons? Integrity-linked phasers, emitter-linked? Ugh. Those are coalition disruptors right there. Over and pen disruptor crafted beams. A lot of coalition starship tactics. I bought these. When I got these, I probably spent, I want to say, like a mil or two per trait. What are they worth now? I mean, for sitting on those in a fleet bank for like a decade, I don't think that turnaround's been great. Ah, you're fine, Willie. You're fine. Yeah. It is crazy to think that if the legendary Negvar last year had just been like, if it had just had the command and intel flipped around, so it was commander command and then secondary intel, like that would have made that ship so much more impactful. I know that they did that though with the board askew, and I think that's why they didn't do it again, but that is disappointing. I got my reps to do here. Okay. I'm gonna need more reputation marks soon, it looks like. I've been leveling this character up without doing any actual like TFOs or anything. I just get all the marks from the mark boxes I have from like Endeavors. I've got like a massive, massive amount of them. Can't have a meta KDF ship. Got some reps hitting T5 today. I thought there'd be a pop-up for that. Okay, next. Bruce, how's it going? Yeah. I mean, you can make older, less desirable ships do really well. Like, you know, that was part of the conversation, or some points of the conversation yesterday, if I recall, was like there's been so much power creep. You can make so many things effective. Like we are. The next time I do a meta update, which will probably be in the next month, like that's going to be one of the key points is we are really in the everything is viable meta. I know that sounds a little, you know, corny or whatever, but like it's true. Like everything legitimately is viable. Like I said yesterday, like if you want to do a build that's got a heavy focus on, you know, like eject warp plasma and metron gas, you know, that sort of stuff, like you could do it. You know, you're still going to have like phasers on there and stuff like normal, but like you could make it viable. But things were so much better in the old days. Oh no. Logical. Why'd you have to say that? I want to keep going. I'm trying to get this character up to level 10 in all the admiralties, you know, for all the tasks on this character. This is my Gamma recruit for the event. Wow, that reminds me too. In the next week, I gotta make mine for console. I still haven't done it. I did get the update going, and I was on there last night to get my dailies at least started for the event. So I am getting my event campaign progress. I'm like a day or two behind, but it's fine. I'll keep going after I finish to make sure I'm getting some extra progress pinked up. Let's get... That's good enough. Intermix. Delkina DPS build update when? I'd like to. That's something that's been requested. I'd like to get that done, yeah. I don't have a time frame because I have a lot of build stuff I want to do, but yeah. They keep giving DPS specs to tank class ships like dreadnoughts and cruisers, and they give tank specialization to DPS class like battle cruisers, yeah. What do I think of the Klingon Lola? It seems to me most people dislike it. I think the Dyson ships there, the T6 Dysons did fine. I mean, they're not the best ships ever, but they're all competent, capable platforms. Ramming build would be hilarious. Ramming build with the before they nerfed the courier console, like that was like a really effective thing. I didn't Dunkin' Rewards app. Oh, okay. Nice. Glad it worked out for you. Yeah, Mike, I wish. Yeah, the mode switch mechanic is a bit rough, yeah. Earn 500 GPL in Dabo at Quark, so we gotta do some Dabo. Some actual Star Trek gambling here. Come on, let's go. Yeah, I mean, we have had points where the Trinity style like playstyles have actually seen use at like really high performance levels, but because of how casual this game is, I just don't think you're gonna see it. I would love to see content that rewards people playing diverse playstyles, but I think if they tried anything like that, there'd be too many complaints. I get lucky. There we go. I got it. Beautiful. Burn 1 billion on the Dabo tables. I wish I had 1 billion EC on me. I need more stuff to sell. I need scramble fighters to go up in value. Just need beams to go burr. Challenge for Cheops. Finish a normal hive in a shuttle. Cheops would find a way. Cheops is a crazy person. He would do it. Yeah. Well, I would like to see, you know, when it comes to things that people view as off meta, I'm fine with that. It's just if they're gonna do it, they need to whatever accessory it is, they gotta commit to it. Like I was saying with the Grawl, you know, the console off that, like that could be really good for someone just trying to focus on objectives, but the fact that it's only up for 30 seconds is a big negative to it. Like something like that, just leave it as a toggle where the person can leave it on as long as they want, and then, you know, when they turn it off, it's got to cool down then or something. Like if someone wants to do something off meta, you know, in this game, then commit to it and let them do it. I would love to see that struggling. We have seen some instances of that happening. You know, for instance, what was it, Herald? Herald eventually got an Omni via an event, and now you can buy that in MUDs, right? Or is it not in MUDs yet? I don't remember. But, like, over time, we might see that more and more. Yeah. I'm just checking fleets here. Okay. Get this slotted. This project will not need provision, so I'll just go fill that up. I'm almost out of fleet deal vouchers on this character. I'll have to get more. I can fill this project. Do I not have it set so anyone can use these provisions? Settings. Okay, everyone's able to. Okay, good. Yeah. F tier fleet. I mean, this fleet, we're not even doing provisioning on this until the holdings are done. Like, as the holding gets done, I'll do the provisions then, but we have built out fleets in the Armada, so there's just not a point to me to do it this early on. We need EC. Terrible. I hate that that's like a bottleneck right now. Yeah. I just need to open a couple of my event or my endeavor boxes here. Just give me some EC. There we go. There's a couple million. I need fleet marks. It feels weird that fleet marks are like lacking right now, and I don't have any bonus pools active. I just want to find projects that are stalled out because they need the EC. Research lab provisions. There we go. Generate and research temporal. Appreciate it, Sora. No Spiral Omni. Yeah. I mean, that would be a good deal. Like, well, it would be a temporary deal sync. It wouldn't be permanent. It'd have the same effect as like Vandy Shields, yeah. Well, they did the same thing in Destiny with Zur, where like they'd have each weekend there'd be like some special items available from Zur that you could go spend resources on. I do think Stowe would benefit from that type of system, and I think integrating that into like fleets would be good. You know, imagine if there was an upgrade to your star base you could do where like you do this and every week, you know, the vendor will show up and have some like new unique or not necessarily new, but it would cycle through some gear that you could get from it. Research Spire Tech catalog. Yeah, if you guys are in the Breakfast Club Armada, as you can see that there's quite a few projects on the Epic Creator Code CasualSAB fleet that need fleet marks. So if you guys want to go through, just click on the holdings and dump your fleet marks in. If you're in the Breakfast Club or any of the other fleets in this Armada, that would be appreciated. Because we, yeah, somehow fleet marks are one of the issues we're having here. Um... Also, this is just a random observation. You know, I see that there's like these coffers for duty officers, but how the hell do I actually use them? Does anyone know? Because like this project needs 28 science or medical doffs. I look at my coffer. There's 303 medical and science doffs here, it says in the coffer. The coffer tab? Yeah, but like how do I... Like I know how the coffers work, but they're not... It's not letting me go through and do them. Oh, Jesus. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. I completely missed that button there. I feel like an idiot. More coffee. I feel like an idiot right now. Spencer has trouble reading things that don't say infected space. It's okay. You see, guys, sometimes I bought out. Sometimes it just... I feel like an idiot. uh, I do run the fleet. I've just never like dealt with... I'll be honest, I never dealt with it before. I just... I do feel like an idiot. It's the big button at the top. I've been without orange chicken for too long. It's true. It's true. I am really red on the camera now. It is warm in here. We're gonna blame that on the heat. Okay, let's get the other one in here. We're gonna blame that on the heat today. Look, I missed it. Okay, I bought it out. Rookie number 35C here. It happens. I'll be honest. Almost the majority of DOF contributions I've done for the past like year or two are through the Armada window. I just didn't notice the button. It happens. It happened to me. Today's my day to feel like an idiot there. Nick's new ringtone. It is. It is. That's going to be a clip. That's going to be me. I should have done a proper face palm. I'm being... No, Paul. Nothing's happened. Nothing at all. That type of learning experience either proves or disproves you're not an AI bot. Yeah. It's just, I'm sad after that. No. You can't use the that was remember Mayo, I mentioned that for like the fleet colony recently, like for the all the provisions there. Because I'd love to. I would love to be able to I'd love to be able to use the like provisions I have from my colony in the coffer here to help some of the other fleets out in the Armada, but no, it's not a thing. I'd love for it to be a thing though. No ability to contribute through the coffer here. Let me find another holding that needs duty officers from someone. Nyx will need stuff. Yeah, there's nothing. Given how difficult to obtain stuff like SAD and Sleeceless Momentum are, would a mere Galax-style legendary bundle, in your opinion, be an improvement? Yeah. Watching everything you're doing right now, Spence, no pressure. I am very concerned. How can I sleep at night with all those Borg Doffs not protected? Well, I'm just here to make sure, I contribute like the 31, right? Does that make you feel better? Yeah, that is my excuse, is that I'm so used to doing it through the Armada window, which doesn't have the button, that I just never noticed the button, okay? Yeah, 173,000 fleet marks. If you're in the Breakfast Club Armada, we need them. Mayo, are you excited? 30 minutes till the Nicholas takes a look at your ship there. I was terrible. The thumbnail you guys saw, I did make the thumbnail for him. Nick really dislikes making thumbnails. He despises it. Oh, I didn't realize there's a little bit of green here. I didn't move him down far enough. Oh no. Oh no. How'd I make that mistake there? I didn't drag him down enough so some of the background's right below him. It's a radiation tank. Oh no. He's excited about it. I was in voice with him, and all the conversations about it made him want to, go in and test it, but I was like, just go ask. I think Nick put that in his announcement. Yeah. Yeah. I told Nick to send a message over asking for one, and he had one sent over. I told him, yeah, you lose nothing by asking. And it's like I did the same thing for the Grawl. It's like the Grawl, sometimes some of these more expensive offerings they don't get attention. Like if they don't have the most meta layout, the most popular visuals, whatever, they don't always get much attention, and sometimes we have things just completely slip under the radar because they get no attention because of that. And the Orchid has unfortunately felt like it was going that way because of the issues I discussed in like the stats overview. But it has like a really interesting console on it for tanking, and that's something Nick's really into. So Nick was really keen to take a look at it, and I know Darth on here has probably been doing some theory crafting with Nick about that, because Darthon and Nick are like the two most tank obsessed players right now. Honestly, too. How's the market working? Yeah, Darthon, you're obsessed with like the tank and support stuff quite a bit right now, which is good. It's good to always have someone, you know, pushing for that. Bring back the Grawl prawn mode and I'll buy one. I know Pundus took that from us. Nice, Sora. I'm just looking at the market here. Harmony. I wish all the harmonies were at 1.5. Who are the side build meta people? I would say Parrot. If Neojet's around, Neojet's done a bit. I briefly looked at some of that stuff. Like last year or with the year before with the Talaru. But yeah, Parrot does a lot of that. Parrot posts over on the builds Discord in the curated build section quite often. We know Nick's pick is AI. No Aussie can ever look that good. Unfortunately, I have to confess, and I did say this in the Discord. I had a picture of Nick in a certain pose, and I did ask AI to change it to him giving a thumbs up. So that thumbnail, unfortunately, I know terrible. It does have an ever so slight amount of AI in it. I agree. Terrible. It's not as bad as what Nick's done though. Nick hates making thumbnails, and I've seen some of the things that he will ask, like some tools out there for assistance, and some of the things Nick has had that generate are a bit rough. That there was one for the interview with Jeremy and Mayo that I don't think has ever seen the light of day, but it was funny to me, but it's like, you can't do this. This looks bad. It, like we gave Nick a bunch of crap for it. He wasn't gonna use it. He knew it was like not good. Do I think the test map will be fixed for Tribble's return? I don't know. I've asked about it, and there's no like firm response. One day someone will buy the blue Harmony Doff for 1.1 bill. Is that your Harmony Doff? The pose. Let me pull it back up. Hold on. This is what I did. Okay, this is bad. Remove the branding from his vest and make him give a thumbs up. That was the pose. Okay, that's what changed. It was terrible. I know. I'm terrible. What was really terrible was the thumbs down. It screwed him up. You want me to... Oh, damn it. Mayo. Now you're saying it. I asked it to do a thumbs down for Nick, and it, of course, like, it changed his face. That's true. That's true. Like, I have enough hardware here that I could, you know, be doing a lot of this locally. For sure, for sure. Like, this is a bit of a whale thing to just have sitting on the desk. But, here, let me just expand my camera's got a very red hue to it with lighting. It's quite rough. Look at this beauty. This has a full 24 gigs of VRAM on it. This is a 7900 XTX. It's one that I got 4 parts last year for $250. And I repasted it, and I mean, it boots up. I get a picture. I didn't see any like artifacting, but I need to do a longer extended test. But $250 for 7900 XTX, that so far all I've had to do is repaste it. Now, to be fair, I've already got a 7900 XTX in the computer, and below in another computer is a 9070 XT. The FSR news, yeah, Nick, I know. Well, it's this camera. Let me get the camera hub up. It's a spare camera because my main camera that I was using started messing up. It's the automatic white balance on this is terrible. Like it gives it automatically a bit of a red tint. Yeah. It's a spare. I mean, I don't think anything will happen to my GPU. Oh, I mentioned this yesterday, but I mentioned this earlier, I think, but I let Willow, my niece, I let her play a little bit of Stow yesterday. A scary thing, I know. But she got really excited specifically because she could run around on New Romulus as a cat. And she was having fun exploring the map. But I need to get a better recording of it, but I told her she needs to say, can we please have the cat on all the time? Yeah, she's having fun. Stowing and training. Look, someday she's going to be running the Admiralty for me. Need a PC camera sent to you to review, yeah. So this is an Elgato Facecam 4K Pro or whatever. I got it like $120 like a year or two back. It's been what I've been using for like the secondary like top-down recordings over here. I did try also using my DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and that does work. But I found that there was a delay if I had it at too high of a setting. I don't know if that's an issue with my USB cable or what, but yeah. Thumbs down. Yeah, let me see. Computer. Can I find a picture of my graphics card? I found a picture of my server. That's rather dusty. Hold on. I found a picture of one of the computers. Oh, this is a long time ago. Properly dusty. I need to do a video on like what my current setup, like that's dusty. But there's like another 4 drives in here now, and they're properly mounted with the proper things, but all of the PCIe. Oh no, I'm blocking it. Yeah, that's that's an older pick now. In fact, I just sold this GPU the other day. I want to find a picture of my current setup. Okay, here we go. This is. I mean, this is dusty too. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this is a little bit older because this is a different motherboard, and I sold that RAM. But yeah, I got my GPU all nicely cooled right now. Yeah. I think one Supreme Market Manipulator is enough for Stowe. I need to go through and there's some work I need to do on my computer again. I don't actually have a top radiator in there right now. It was just a temporary thing, but you guys know how temporary is. It's temporary is that I did that like 9 months ago and it's still not back in. Terrible. I thought I had more recent pictures. Vacuum. Terrible. You use Gorilla Tape on your Seagate. It died and is stuck. Oof. Well, remember, for me, if you guys have seen some of my recent stuff, I'm working on some 3D printed hard drive cages. So these use a Johnsbow backplane, which I actually have one here I can show. So it's fully 3D printed. This is going to get a video at some point, but you got four 20 mil fan, or sorry, 440 by 20 mil fans that go here. The PCB, these PCBs you can get on AliExpress for like $20 a piece, and then this attaches to the thing here, and the drives just slide in, and it's hot swap. So pretty nice. Casual will be training Doff and Admiralty minions. I guess that's an option, isn't it? Yeah, I need to get some of those LTT cables. I actually have a LTT gift card. Where is it? I just had it next to me. I got the coin from them at like April Fools when they were selling the little coins, and it came with a $40 gift card. So you spent $20 and then you got like a $40 gift card. What did I just knock over? Nothing important, just my printer. Terrible cooling solution needs a big fat slab of Noctua air cooler in there. I mean, that's gonna happen. I one of the things I'm doing with the 3D printing, the tech channel, I guess I'll show you guys this, is I'm building my own Mora, basically. I've got a couple of these thick 360 radiators, and I'm gonna basically do my own like external radiator setup. Just with instead of going for the full Mora, I've just got a couple of these cheap radiators that I got off eBay, and I will get something 3D printed to hook them together. I mean, I run air cooling on my secondary machine. I've got the primary computer, which, it's got all the fancy stuff. It can run cool. But then at the same time, like for a backup, I do have like a properly air-cooled computer. There's no water cooling in there. My, any important data is either backed up on the cloud or is on my storage server, which has about... I don't actually know how much storage is like how much space is on it right now. So there's right at the moment in that server. So there's 6 times. So it's RAID Z2 on both. So 8 times 4. So 32 there. And then 14 times 4. So 56 plus 32. Plus another 9 worth of flash. Yeah, so almost 100 terabytes right now on that server. Has anyone ever tried water cooling the radiator? Yes, actually. That's like an overclocking technique where you will submerge the radiator in like a in ice. What am I using as a cloud backup for now? It's basically just like important info. This is terrible. I'm just using OneDrive. Okay. I know, terrible. A while back, I bought like the maximum amount of time for Office, for like Office 365, because I was like, I'm really using this stuff quite a bit. And there was a deal on like Woot, and I maxed out and got like 5 years. So I think I'm covered until like 2028. So I've got like a terabyte of storage there. I mean, will I keep using that? I don't know. Like my plan is, oh, this is where the damn coin was. It was right on top of these SSDs. Yeah, I got the LTT coin. Do not drop, which you're not seeing on this camera. Yeah, do not drop. Yeah. I know it's terrible. I do want to. I'm gonna drop my like what is it? The 100 gig plan with Google. I know it's only $20 a year, but I'm probably gonna drop that with the Proxmox cluster I'm gonna be doing with these Lenovo mini PCs, because I've got 1 terabyte SATA SSD for each of them. I do have like I've got the Google. I mean, it's only $20 for the 100 gigs, but I'd probably get a lot more out of that if it wasn't every, if I was using like Image for my phone instead of Google Photos. I didn't mean to go to my embassy. Give all the big corporations your Spencer AI data. Yes, I'm going to hold my data from Google just to make stuff that I'm putting on Google. I mean, there's obviously stuff that I keep local that I'm, not going to put on the cloud, but for like any business critical stuff, like most of it doesn't take up that much space. Woot is really nice. I got a Woot box to crap not too long ago. GitHub is your backup service? NHD 15. I've got an NHD 15 in a computer right now. I've also got a couple thermal rights. The thermal rights just make more sense to buy now. Isn't there like a DOF I can buy here? Requisition Duty Officer Store. What's the special one here? Oh yeah, I remember. These all like suck. Ground combat pet devices. Defense boost? I don't want a defense boost. I want offense. Nick should be live shortly. I think we're about 12 minutes out from the Nicholas being live. So I'm just reading something. I keep local all the pics of Nick's poses. Oh no. But that DOF adds electrical damage to stasis field. That's damage. That's true. I keep forgetting to readjust my camera size. Damn it. Yeah, do I have a picture of the other computer? Yeah, so I mean, I've got this computer here. This is my secondary, but it's got a 9070 XT in it right now, not this Arc A380. I sold that. But yeah, that's all air cooled, and there's a bunch more fans in it now. I did top it up, so everything's Noctua pretty much now in it. Nick, I am ending the stream in about 11 minutes, so either you go live or I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. Viper, I'll respond to you after the stream here. Please go live. We can get some content we actually want instead of ads. Terrible. I feel today was the first day in a while where I had something that was like painfully obvious right in front of me where I've just completely missed it for the last year, and I feel like an idiot for it. Today was my day to have that experience. Nick's not going to let me live this down for a while. The servers were a bit spotty. Some of the runs I did were really bad. Some were good. I mean, it was Kittimer and Infected, but both were absolutely horrendous. I've tried. Nobody's buying my Borgdorfs because they're on KDF. See, the KDF's coming back to bite me. Any feedback on the current event kit frame? I haven't played with it. Nick is going to be the one probably testing that stuff a little bit more. So I would say just fall back on what he's doing. Yeah, I legitimately think the reason I'd never noticed this before today is because I almost always am doing Armada stuff and not... I mean, fully built out fleets. Like, I don't have to worry about contributing to TBC. Like, TBC's been built out, you know, for the past half decade at least. Like, I don't remember when we did the last holding. But yeah. It'll be okay. There's also, it doesn't work with some of these. So look at this. This is, I guess, another bug with it. It's, this project needs any duty officer. And even though there are some in the coffer, I can't actually do it. Yeah, the patch this week fixed it. My mouse just keeps randomly, like, stuttering. Oh, are you talking about, like, the trader one? Mayo, the one on the starbase that needs, like, a trader? Yeah, this one. Trade mission to the Gamma. Yeah, if you fix that's huge for a lot of people, because those are always a pain. Are the executioner weapons fixed? I don't know. I haven't used them for like the past 3-4 weeks at this rate. Yeah, those and the ones that need like bridge officers for the special projects are typically the ones that, or I guess there is none that right now need. Oh, no, those are like some upgrades. Yeah. It'd be nice if the bridge officers could be filled with Dill instead also, but that's another topic for another day. No, getting the trader one fixed is big. I appreciate that, Mayo. I don't know why someone keeps slotting provision tactical exercises on the fleet. The fleet's built out. We don't need that. Nicholas, are you excited? 6 minutes to go. Okay, in the meantime, I guess let's get one final infected conduit elite in here. Let's give Nick a preview of what he's going to be walking into. You're technically live? Are you? Well, everyone's getting one last bonus infected, okay? I'm going to, as soon as I finish this stream, I'm going to get the news video done. It's got all the important stuff, the epic giveaway, the triple stuff, my reaction to Mara's interview, or in not interview, the video. It doesn't have the interview that I had with Mara there. I'll just direct people to the stream for that. It's on your starting screen. Yeah, Nick, did you see the stuff about Stream Elements? Looks like they're potentially shutting down. That's going to be a major disruption for a lot of streams. I'm going to have to basically redo all of my stream screens, all my overlay stuff. I'm going to have to redo all of that, which is fine. It's honestly, I've needed to rebuild a lot of this for a while. My notifications don't even work properly anymore.
The situation is...
We got Zoe in here, Daniel, on an Ark Royal Carrier build. Beautiful.
We will add your technological and biological distinctiveness to our own.
We got Fire at Will this time.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Done. Additional data is available.
4 people over 1 million. You don't see that often in Infected.
The nanite probes can repair the transformers. Stop that.
We are just nuking this one. The servers are blessing us today. Or at least right now. Earlier it was rough. Yeah, it looked like there was an eclipse in here. Yeah, it's an eclipse. It's been a while since I saw one of those.
Sensors confirm that the
Okay, guys.
conduit has been destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, this was more of a chatting stream because the servers were a bit rough early on. But, I mean, it was good. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. And, again, the objective of tomorrow is I'm going to be going in on SteamOS with my Steam Deck here. And I'm also going to be using CasualSAB on this mini PC that I have. And just seeing how Stowe does on them. We know that they're going to work. It's more of just bringing exposure to the fact that Linux is a viable way to play Stowe. You're not dealing with any of the anti-cheat stuff like, you deal with like in some FPS games. Like, there's nothing like that preventing Stowe from working. Like, plenty of people here watching right now are playing this game, right on Linux. So, just bringing more awareness to it being viable. CasualSAB is great. I haven't tried Bazite yet, but if I get one of those ASRock BC 250s like I was talking about before, I'd probably do that with like Bazite. Just give that a go. Yeah. Like there's a bunch of work that's been done on Linux distros, and they are perfectly viable nowadays. So we are gonna raid out now to the Nicholas. Nick is taking a look at the Orion Orchid. He asked for a sample, just to go in, be able to test the tanking aspect of the console and stuff, and to give it some attention because the ship hasn't really gotten much attention. So Nick is going in and showing us just how good or bad the items from that are. I mean, there's been like stats breakdown videos, but Nick is doing a stream right now to go in and test it out. He just got the ship like 24 hours ago. It was about a day ago. I sent Nick the message to send off to inquire about it, and There it is. Nick's got it. He's giving it a run for its money. So let's hop on over there. I'll probably hop in voice with him here shortly. But let's get the raid started on the Twitch here. And on YouTube, it should automatically redirect people over. I did set that up in the settings here. So let me just double check that here. Stream settings, edit, redirect. Did I do that? Customization. Yes, we are set to go over to Nicholas. Okay. Yeah, so hop on over there. It should pop up at the top of chat if it doesn't automatically send you over. Make sure to give him some support. The raid is out on Twitch, and here we go for YouTube. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys tomorrow. He gave it a thumbs up. I put it in that was the thumbnail I made, just to mess with him. Okay.